Hello everybody and welcome to my review of La La Land. Yes, the latest musical movie, directed by Damien Chazelle and starring Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. So, the Academy and, well, pretty much everybody else are buzzing about this movie. I saw it yesterday, at the time I'm recording this, so what did I make of it? Well, we'll find out. So the basic story of La La Land is that it centers around this Emma Stone's character, Maya Dorman. She is basically an aspiring. She's a wannabe actress, but keeps getting rejected all the time, and she's getting kind of down about it, really. And she runs into Ryan Gosling's character, who is an aspiring musician, but is having problems with money. He can't sustain a job. He gets fired by J.K. Simmons, and the two of them meet and share their passions, and through romance as well, they fall in love, and they try to work together to inspire each other, to basically do whatever they want with the skills they have and stuff. But then complications overcome them, and this proves to be very difficult. And they do this also through sing-song, as it is a musical. So, that's the general plot. So, La La Land. This movie is getting a ton amount of hype. I am a fan of musicals. I like being in them as well as watching them. I haven't seen as many on stage as I would like. In terms of musical movies, I've only seen a few. I think I've seen Les Mis, the film, Sound of Music, Phantom of the Opera, and obviously all the old Disney ones. So I've only seen like a few things. So I was obviously very interested to see La La Land. Is it as good as everybody's saying? And the short answer is no, it's not. But is it a bad movie? Short answer is no, it's not. I think this is a very good movie. I don't think that it deserves the universal hype that it's receiving, but I can certainly see why people like it or are buzzing about it. A lot of thespians will definitely like it because of its, performance aspects. And the whole story centers around, passion and the art of performing, and how that can bring people together. So I like that. But beyond that, there's not really much. It's not as groundbreaking as everybody thinks it is. It's certainly very well done, and it's made with the absolute best intentions. A lot of passion has actually gone into this, so I can appreciate that. But like 12, 14 nominations, really? It's overrated. But then again, there's a mixed response. Some people are, after all the hype, are just like, no, it's not that good. Or some people are like, oh my god, it's amazing. I'm just like, yeah, it's really good for what it is. But yeah, there are problems with this movie. But I'm going to start with the positives because it is mostly positive. The performances are very good. Mostly it's Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. Ryan Gosling, he's pretty good. I like him as Seb, the main character. He's very charming, and he's he's basically, he falls for her, and she falls for him. He's just a nice guy, but he's very indecisive. He doesn't quite know where he wants to go with his life. So she tries to give him some sense of direction, which is interesting. Emma Stone, who's the main protagonist, she's great. She's really good. She deals with a lot of emotional stress and, again, struggling to find direction in life. So they're both coming from two sides of the same coin, hence why they're bringing each other together. And the relationship, whilst very lovely at first, nearly ends destructively. I say nearly, but they have to try and resolve their relationship, as well as, they have to decide, whether to have each other or whether to pursue their passions. And I think that is really the ultimatum of the film. It's like, you can't get everything you want. You have to sacrifice something. So there's a nice message there. And, for what it's worth, the movie looks astounding. The aesthetics of this movie are gorgeous. Just the production design is flawless. If the movie wins an Oscar, which it will, it's going to win production design because the sets and The colours are just flawless. The lighting is tremendous. The great thing about the lighting, for me, is that it gives the illusion of theatre. Is that you think you're watching a stage show, when you're actually, within the frame of a film. So that was clever. I like the use of lighting, the way they played with that, particularly with one scene when Emma Stone has a solo when she sings in front of two casting directors, as her character is an actress, well, an aspiring actress. And yes, the music is excellent. It's very good. It's got a great sort of jazzy feel to it, because the story, the main source of music is related to jazz, and the idea of freshening it up and stuff. So it has a nice classic 1950s sort of feel to it, and the film is actually shot in CinemaScope as well, so that is also another thing to enhance that. I love the way, this film is subtly trying to promote jazz or remind people of jazz. And the soundtrack is reminiscent of that. The soundtrack for this movie is great. All the songs are really good. I can't remember them off by heart because I've only seen the movie once. And there's some other great themes, the dun 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 da 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 da. Like, it's just so brilliant, like, to listen to. Like, in the cinema, you can't help but sort of go dun 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 dun. You can't help but kind of jam along to it. It's great. The film's also quite abstract, and there's an interesting dream sequence towards the third act of this movie, well, in the third act of this movie, in the climax, which is very interesting. The ending of this movie really bugged me, though, because I kind of wish that it was reversed. I wish that it, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the movie, turn away now and cover your ears, because I don't want to ruin this for you. So you have been warned. Spoiler warning, you have been warned. The ending of the movie, the very last scene in the club, when they look at each other, and then she walks out, and then credits, and then, credits, I was like, what the fuck? You spend so much time establishing the relationship between her and Seb, and then, to find out that they could not resolve their differences. They were perfect for each other. They both had great passions for creatively. They could have worked together. Why did you have to separate them? As soon as I saw her with Greg, the other guy, and then they had a daughter, I was like, what the fuck? What the hell? Come on. We spend, nearly 2 hours, with Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone trying to get together, and then you boycott the whole relationship by throwing that ending in. Oh my god. I understand why they did it. I'm not going to say it was a cop-out, because I understand why they did it. It was to reinforce the idea that, they had to basically sacrifice something that they loved in order to pursue their dreams, which was obviously each other. But they still love each other. But that's the hard thing. I thought it would have been better to actually have them still together, but they were able to work out, their direction in life. And, why couldn't Seb's, why couldn't he have, why couldn't she have, ran the, a theatre with him, and he, why couldn't they have just done it together? Why couldn't they have worked together? I thought that would have been a much more satisfying ending. To me, the ending was just unsatisfying, and it didn't necessarily ruin the movie, but it just took me out. I was like, oh, God, really? But however, rant over. The rest of the movie is great. I said the songs are fantastic. The pacing is good. It could get a bit slow at times if you're not used to musicals. The dancing and choreography is very good. It's clear that Emma Stone isn't the most refined dancer out there, but it's her weakest of the three skills: the acting, dancing, and singing. She's probably her weak link is the dancing, but she gets away with it. I think she gets away with it. She pulls it off. Ryan Gosling. He sings very softly. He has a very smooth voice. I kind of like it. You kind of wish he'd go for it a bit more, but it is a film. If he was on stage, he probably would go for it a bit more. And, they have a really great chemistry on screen. You wouldn't believe the age gap between them, actually, because she's only 29 in real life. He's 36, something like that. and they have a very believable on-screen chemistry. It's just a shame about that ending. And this has been nominated for 14 Oscars. I don't think it will win all of them. I kind of hope it doesn't, but you know, it will win something. It will definitely win something. You can tell a lot has been crafted into this. The direction by Damien Chazelle is very good. This guy obviously has a theatre background, and he obviously understands, you know, how to play with lighting, and also there's a very abstract feel to this movie, which very very much resonates with me. And also the dream sequences are very, you know, theatre-esque. You know, you have sets that look like they would be on stage, so this would be perfect to go on stage. Um, yeah, for me, it's that the ending just lets this movie down so much because I invested so much time in their relationship, and I really grew to care for the both of them. That having that ending where she just walks away was like, oh, what, really? Oh, come on, guys! It would have been better for you to work out your issues and just work together, because you know he went with her to, you know, when she was being cast in, you know, he was like, you're going to get that, you're going to get that role. You know, he should have been like, you know, and I'll be there for you. You know, he should have just said that. But wasted opportunities aside, yeah, the direction's fantastic. Um, I think it's a great lot of fun as well. Like all the music, you'll just have fun with it. If you're a fan of jazz, you'll like it. If you're a fan of musicals, you'll like it. I don't think it will appeal to people who aren't musical fans because there's a lot of singing in it. Yeah, that's it really. I mean, it's definitely got a wow factor to it in terms of the look of it. Like I say, the aesthetics are the most impressive thing about this movie is just the look of it. It looks like a period set movie. Like the 1950s setting looks really cool. However, it also has a nice sort of theatre quality, and look, it's very colourful and bright. So, I mean, hence why they call it La La Land. It's all like, oh, you know. And also that title is very clever because it, you know, reflects the whole um, of the main two characters. The whole, you know, the whole motivation is that they're living in this, you know, cuckoo world that they're going to be, you know, famous and, you know, aspiring and, you know, passionate about their world. You know, it's like, oh, they you know, they're cuckoo. So that's a clever title. To sum it all up, I don't really have much else to say. I'd say definitely go and see it if you can. It's worth a watch. The music is fantastic. Most of it is pretty fantastic. It's just the ending that I can't quite get over. So I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. Sorry, guys that love this movie. I mean, what's your thoughts on the movie? Do let me know down below. No nasty comments. Nasty comments will be deleted. But any humble opinions will be discussed. So there we go. So yeah, that's really all I've got to say about this movie. So yeah, tune in next time. I'm going to review the movie Sing, which is the new animated movie by Illumination. I've just put up a review for the Lego movie. I'm going to review the Lego Batman movie 2 as well. I will review Logan at some point when it comes out, and I'm going to continue my Doctor Who reviews, so enough to look forward to, guys. So yeah, that's it. Until then, guys, thank you all for watching, and as always, I'm Mr. TARDIS11. See ya.